Welcome to the Vida Spiritual Connection from Vida Spiritual Learning Center, where you are empowered to create the life you desire. Our guiding belief is, by valuing and empowering all, we inspire a joyous and fulfilling life. At Vida, we study and practice the teachings of the science of mind and spirit founded by Dr. Ernest Holmes. Each week, we present an inspiring spiritual message, followed by a guided meditation. Now, here's today's message.
Hello, and thanks for viewing the Vida Spiritual Connection. I am Reverend Keven Kadel. Throughout 2023, we've been talking about renewing mind and opening heart. Throughout February, our theme is What's Love? And today I'm going to talk a little about lovable, loving, and loved. Now, lovable, loving, and loved. Lovable means your ability to feel love, or it could be peace or joy or compassion. Are you able to feel love? And if you do feel love, are you expressing love? Are you activating love in some small or big way? And really, that's only half of the picture. That's only half the circuit. Are you able to be loved? Are you joining in a loving, peaceful, joyous, compassionate environment? So the science of mind and spirit, I love it because it offers easy step-by-step processes that heal and grow your consciousness. And those steps might go something like this. You think of it, you know it, you feel it, you express it, and you experience it. Something good appears in your mind. Remember, your mind includes your thoughts, your beliefs, your intuitions. And as that goodness appears in your mind, it fills your inner vision. This notion of something good just fills you up. And your inner vision becomes a positive feeling, or maybe positive feelings. And then you choose to express those feelings, often as emotions. And that way you're open to accept positive feelings in return. You know, I also remind myself that spiritual practices are the metaphysical lab experiments that grow and heal my consciousness. And science of mind, the science part of the science of mind and spirit, it parallels physical sciences. One part is using metaphysical experiments, like spiritual practices, to prove metaphysical truth to yourself. And another part is collecting the objective data from your metaphysical experiments. Your spiritual practices are you conducting metaphysical experiments on and for your consciousness. And the basic premise is these experiments are to feel better. You might be feeling not so good, and your intention is to feel better. Or you might be feeling great and want to sustain and expand that good feeling. And each repetition of a spiritual practice advances your consciousness. Spiritual practices are that expansion of the goodness in your life. Now, the other part is the objective data you collect from your scientific experiments. And the collective data is the quality of your life. So in Science of Mind and Spirit, the primary data set, the direct evidence you have of this universal love, of this infinite creative, of this divine intelligence, is the quality and quantity of inward sensations you know as feelings. And they are positive and constructive and creative. And those feelings are synonymous with the qualities of God. And really, they are separate and distinct from emotions. I'll get to that in a minute. Now, there are two concepts that continue to be really powerful and liberating for me that come from the science of mind and spirit. And it's something I still work with every day. One is that feelings are those inward sensations, and they are a cause. They cause something. And emotions are an outward effect. Emotions are usually how I choose to express my feelings. So feelings are cause, emotions are effect. The second is that when I feel positive, constructive, creative sensations, that is living spirit. Me living spirit and living spirit living me. It's that direct contact with the divine. And what is true for me is true for you. It's true for all of God's manifest creation. It's true for all beings everywhere, that as you feel that goodness of God within you, it is you living spirit and living spirit living you. And since you are pure spirit at your essence, you have that goodness of God encoded into your spiritual DNA. Feeling good, feeling better, feeling great is your most natural state of being and doing. And when you feel good, that is your direct experience of God. As Reverend Judy Osuna says, yes, thank you, more please. Now, chasing after love or any God quality can tend to keep you from it. Your focus is on acquiring something that you think is external to you versus nurturing something that is within you. You know, you might seek and find a great love or peace or joy in your life, and you might notice that it is gone as quick as it came. And that's because you revert back to the seeking mode. You know, that something came in and went out, rather than it's something that's deriving from within you. Now, if your consciousness is prepared, those qualities or feelings that you appear to pull into your life are often a spark that ignites your inner goodness. It brings to life the unconditional and spontaneous love, peace, joy, and compassion you are here to express and experience. So your being and doing, in that instance, centers more on love, peace, joy, and compassion. And no matter how that manifests or demonstrates, it's coming from within. There's nothing to seek. It's just something within you that you nurture. More love, peace, joy, and compassion then just wells up within you. And you are living in a reciprocal universe, and therefore more love, peace, joy, and compassion surrounds you and mirrors back to you. Now, you often hear metaphysicians talk about levels of consciousness as a vibration, like a low vibration versus a high vibration. In physics, vibratory systems, vibration generally refers to frequency or pitch or wavelength. A high vibration means a high frequency or a high pitch or a short wavelength. Low vibration means low frequency, low pitch, or long wavelength. The analogy kind of breaks down, because when it comes to human hearing, high frequencies can be very annoying and fatiguing, while low frequencies can be soothing and calming and resonant. Vibration or frequency or pitch only tells a third of the story about a vibrating system, right? There are two other components. One is the amplitude of that vibration, and one is the phase. And the amplitude and phase are just as important as the frequency when it comes to metaphysics as well. Now, the strength or the amplitude or the loudness is important, and the phase or the time of occurrence, or under what conditions or circumstances the vibration occurs, are important. So when I hear a metaphysician talk about vibration and how one might want to raise their vibration, I need to know a little bit more. So let's say I want to raise my vibration of love, talking about love in February. That could mean I have found a powerful frequency, a pitch, and I really just want to increase the volume of that frequency, or I might want to apply that frequency to more circumstances and conditions, change the phase of it. Or it could be that the volume of love is resonant and strong. I just want to find a different frequency, a different pitch. And it could be a higher or lower pitch. Or it could be that the pitch I've lapsed onto and the strength of it, the amplitude of it, of vibration of love is fine, let's say with my family, but I want to change the phase. I want to extend that high vibration of love to my friends or my coworkers. It kind of reminds me of the old era of analog TV, the kind where you had to manually twist to a channel and tune it and adjust the antenna. If I wanted to watch a particular show, I first had to look at the TV listings, and then I had to select the correct channel on the correct day at the correct time. And even that just got me close, because then I had to fine tune the TV so that I could overcome the static and the snow, so I could get really good sound and a color picture. Remember those days? I do. In order for you to raise your vibration, it helps you to know a lot more about it, the particulars. And in so doing, you are attuning. That's what's happening here. You're tuning your metaphysical TV set to a positivity, to a creativity, to a connectivity. And it's within you, and it also surrounds you. So you're finding that best frequency and amplitude and the best time and place for that quality to arise within you and express and experience and enrich your life. Now, as Reverend Sunshine says, once you're consciously aware of a feeling, or it could be an emotion or an intuition or a belief, once you're consciously aware of it, it exists in a new dimension. And it becomes a new lens through which you perceive. And as you process those perceptions, the intention is that they become positive and constructive thoughts and feelings. And when your consciousness is unprepared, the perception is reactionary. There is seemingly this automatic emotion that gets expressed, it gets set into motion. But when your consciousness is prepared, the perception process is responsive. You engage with your whole mind, and your response, if any, is intelligent and creative and constructive and compassionate. And remember that in mind is much more than brain. Mind includes those feeling and emotional, intuitional, and believing faculties. Conscious awareness gives you options. The option might be that you release something, or you redirect something, or you turn the volume down, or you turn the volume up, or you change phase, which means you choose a better time and place. Or you could find a frequency of least resistance, a frequency that has that strong resonance with you. And if you intend to have and live more love, peace, joy, and compassion, maybe well-being and prosperity, my suggestion is to apply this to your spiritual practices. So think of the quality or qualities, feel those qualities, and that is that first answer to your prayer, by the way, is that feeling. Consciously express those qualities and experience and absorb those qualities that surround you. And as you do all of that, take a moment to appreciate, to give thanks for this expansion of consciousness, for this expansion, this growth in love, peace, joy, and compassion. Gratitude is the anointing of increase. And so by being grateful, you prime yourself to spontaneously live with more positivity, to spontaneously live more of the goodness of God. And as you spontaneously live more of the goodness of God, you circulate more of the goodness of God. And that fulfills a divine high purpose of this human phase of the soul's journey. So I want to paraphrase Dr. Martin Luther King. He said, "Peace is not merely a distant goal that you seek, but a means by which you arrive at that goal. Love, peace, joy, and compassion are not goals that you seek. Love, peace, joy, and compassion are the means by which you fully live to be lovable, loving, and loved. So let's turn our attention inward. And I just call to mind first that notion, that idea of a universal love, of compassion beyond all understanding. I call to mind that allness, that ever-presence of living spirit, knowing that it creates and indwells and propels all that is, that living spirit is everywhere and within. And knowing that is so, I know that living spirit is living me as I live living spirit. And what is true for me is true for all beings everywhere, and it's true for you. That living spirit is living you as you live living spirit. That you are that portal, that conduit through which the love and light of spirit expresses and experiences like no other. So I speak my word that you and I are lovable, loving, and loved. Within us and surrounding us are a love, a peace, a joy, and compassion that exceeds all understanding. Since pure spirit is who we are at our essence, we naturally and spontaneously express the highest and greatest love and experience the highest and greatest love. So blessing the world as we are blessed, I give thanks for this answered prayer, for this communion in spirit. And I simply release my word into the law of mind and action, knowing that God says yes to more light, to more love, to more joy, to more compassion. And that revelation of that truth wells up within you and me right here and right now. It's happening right now. And now it is, and so it is. Amen. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for a wonderful meditation.
Hi, beloveds. It's me, Sunshine Day, stopping in to just personally invite you to my workshop. It's called How to Create a Regular Spiritual Practice. Now, if you're a person who's seeking wholeness, peace of mind, abundance, joy, if you're looking for that sense of belonging, it is only through a regular spiritual practice that you actually get that sense of wholeness, that sense of oneness, that sense of belonging and being. And so my goal is to teach you morning spiritual practices and evening spiritual practices. Yes, there are evening spiritual practices that you can engage in that are going to boost you and skyrocket and deepen your sense of well-being. So I want you to join me. It's March the 6th and March the 8th. One is going to be an evening practice. One is going to be for a morning practice. Each of them are $25 a piece, but if you sign up for both, you get them both for only $40. So please visit the website at vidaslc.org. That's vidaslc.org. And remember, you are loved. Thanks.
So let's continue and let's look into this place where we can rest in the joy of being with Spirit. To become accustomed to the quiet, to the stillness, to that small place where everything is clear, everything is safe, everything is exactly as it needs to be. We just have to give it our presence, our full presence, and we need to move into that time and be ready and willing to receive all the gifts that the stillness has to offer us. And it's a time to commune. It's a time to settle in. And you don't mind the time. You don't have to worry about that. Just let me guide you every 45 seconds or so into a new piece of understanding what it's like to breathe in and breathe out all that you need and all that is you, and to breathe in the softness and the clarity of what a meditation can be like. And it can be soft gaze, it can be open eyes, it can be closed eyes. It can be however you feel comfortable and safe in allowing Spirit to be with you in a different way, in a new way for a few moments. So let me guide you in and I will welcome you out. So breathing in slowly, however you choose to find that stillness, I want you to know this. The breath of God is breathing you. You're breathing in the breath of God. You know that all is well in the stillness. That breath of God is breathing you. You're breathing in the breath of God. You know that all is well in the stillness. Allow your breathing to guide you to a deeper place. The love of God is breathing you. You're breathing in the love of God. You know that all is well in this stillness. Softly and gently breathing in the love. And the joy of God is breathing you. You're breathing in the joy of God. And you know that all is well in this stillness, this wonderful stillness, this incredible connection. And what a gift it is to know that by simply breathing in and breathing out, the breath of God, the love of God, the joy of God brings peace to every part of you and lets you know completely that all is well. Then now, ever so gently, let's begin to collect the blessings that were revealed during this time. Slowly return yourself to your surroundings and your renewed self, right here in the present moment. All the time you spent in this stillness is filled with wonder, filled with grace, and filled with power. So as you open your eyes and you focus on where you are right now in this present moment, just relish that. Relish everything about the rest that you received within the stillness with Spirit. The joy, the love, the care. It's all there at any moment that you choose to return into that space that you know so well that belongs to you as you commune with Spirit. You are refreshed, trusting that you are unified with your source, knowing to your depth that the divine is the creator of all, always, in all ways. I am, you are, we are. We are eternally connected with all that God has ever expressed. And all of it is good and perfect. We are whole. It's all God. Each unique expression of God is good and part of the essence of the life that God is. So I, you, we're the divine community, and we now lean into a message for ourselves today, thankful for the love that pours forth from each of us, making a divine commitment to be inspired, ever desiring to offer ourselves to the world in service and create more peace and more joy and more love. Surrendering these words, I speak into the law and the love that is God. I know it's complete. I feel it complete, joyful, peaceful, loving, and so very, very good. And so it is. And now it is. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Vida Spiritual Connection. Please visit our website to submit a confidential prayer request. While there, sign up for our weekly email and receive the latest information for events, classes, and meetups. Remember to subscribe to Vida's YouTube channel, click like, and click the bell to get notifications. You can also find Vida on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Whoever sows generously also reaps generously. Giving is a spiritual practice. As you bless the world, you are blessed. Your financial contribution to Vida Spiritual Learning Center is an investment in your spiritual education and flow. Your contributions support your spiritual growth and this show, so it's a win-win. Use the link on our website, drop a check in the mail, or Zelle your contribution to 562-928-6460. Thank you so much for your generous support. Have a wonderful week and see you next time for the Vida Spiritual Connection.